found a key to the range, and we broke in, and we broke into the safes here, and we've got some of the 2011s that Taran Tactical has developed. We've got a tried and true Combat Master. This is a full-size 2011 with an island barrel featured in the John Wick films. I believe this was John Wick 3.
I suggest the 2011 Combat Master in combination with the 9mm Major.
Next, we have the John Wick 4 gun, the Pit Viper, which is similar to the Sand Viper, but it is iron sight, and the comp has a floating front sight post. This is going to be a rare day where you guys get to see me shoot iron sights and see if I can actually hit the target without a red dot. And then the tried and true Sand Viper. I've got one of these at home. I love this gun. It's super smooth. This is actually going to be the first time we are reviewing one of these guns. If we're lucky, Taran might even show up here and give us some insight on how he came up with the design and what all goes into this gun to make it so special. But I'm here to shoot it. I'm here to see how well this gun performs. And we've got a whole big variety of steel behind us. We're going to get some mags. We're going to get into it, and we're going to see how these things shoot. All right, guys, first things first, we're going to build drill these guns. We've got some steel that is kind of close. So we're going to see what we can do. It's a cold day in California. We got some rain out here. The sun is peeking through the clouds right now, and it feels great. Oh, a little bit of trigger freeze. That was a 207. I think I could do better. I want to ball again. I want to ball again. We're going to do that again. A little bit better. 189. We'll take sub 2. All right, we're going to do an iron sight gun now. Yikes. Let's see. Pit Viper. We're going to channel our inner Keanu Reeves. Here we go. Wow. The thing is flat. Let's do that again. 14. We're chasing those two. Let's see if we can get. Been shooting a little left for me. That's all right, though. Now we've got this long boy. And we'll check it out. This is the John Wick 3 Combat Master. .202. This is crazy. The recoil impulse on this is just fantastic. We're gonna get some more mags. We're gonna run some different things on this. Get our hands a little warmed up. I'm super cold right now. And I'm afraid I'm not doing these guns quite justice. All right, so we're just gonna have a little fun. I just wanna rip on this steel because it's so plentiful. We're gonna start over here, hands touching barricade. I'm gonna draw 2 on steel, 2 on steel, come around here on the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then get that little hostage. That little hostage right there. I'm gonna shoot that little hostage. Oh yeah, there we go. And the time is getting picked up 5:36 for 15 shots. Right now, I guess we'll do it with an iron sight gun. I don't want to. I have a feeling this is gonna take me a little bit more time. Just because I'll have to use both my eyes, the rear sight, the front sight, and the target. Figure out how to aim. You know what I mean? This is the modern age. I don't know why every gun doesn't have a red dot. It's crazy. Oh my gosh. Could have hit the hostage. Better. Better. There's a 5.22 that was even faster. This thing just... It's just absolutely ripped is what it does. So, what makes these guns so good? Let's talk about it real quick. First of all, the 2011 trigger system is probably one of the absolute best you can ask for in a firearms platform. They're tuned up. These things are like under 2 pounds. And the grip Just allows you to build, especially with the silicone carbide finish. This is my favorite grip texture for the Taran guns, even over the stippling, but don't tell Taran. It just allows you to get a super nice purchase on the gun. So it just stays in your hand and you can really just start ripping these things, but everything is just dialed in, it's smooth. Now I know what you guys are thinking about. This right here, that's 7, 13. This is almost $20,000 in guns right here, which is crazy because I could have like 20 M&Ps or 3 Taran 2011, which is nuts to think about. And I think you guys already know what I'd choose. But nonetheless, these guns are smooth. They do run. It just makes me want to blast, especially on this like close steel. And some things you're getting on this is your super low SRO cut, like we mentioned in the safe. You get a nice big comp on here that's helping with recoil, so the dot stays in the optic window. And then all of the tuning and touch up that comes with the gunsmithing that Taran Tactical offers. You know, you've got accentuated beaver tails, you got the mag well, you've got extra grip underneath the trigger guard. And you guys know this stuff. You guys have seen the tabletop reviews. We're not here to do that. You're here to see me just shoot fast. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, do this far away. And I think we should try to get some plate rack times and see what we can do on the plate rack. So let's take a journey. Go first plate rack, the Taran Tactical.
Are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
First plate rack, Taran Tactical.
Are you ready? Stand by. 209. Are you ready? Stand by.
That's gotta be it.
Two flat.
Two flat! Are you kidding me?
101 out of the holster.
Ah!
So close.
So close. That feels so good though.
They look good.
The gun doesn't move. I'm just boom, it's tracking. Boom, it's tracking. If you guys are eating something right now, watching this video, comment down below.
Are you ready? Stand by.
That's gotta be it.
195!
Yes!
95 out of the holster.
So 2 second, recorded, it happened. There's video evidence. 195. Let's review that real quick. Let's go through these splits.
Yes, let's, shall we? All right, Hunty, so you are 95 out of the holster.
Okay.
All right, 22 splits, 20 splits, 22, 18, 22. So 18 to 22 splits will do it if you're 95 out of the holster.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, it feels good. Fastest recorded plate rack for me. Oh my God. Love it. Feels so good. Get so excited. This is how you properly oil a gun. You just get oil. Oh, let me drop it. You want to get oil in here. If someone tells you you're using not enough oil or too much oil, there's wrong, because you can never have enough lube. So you just get it all in there. You want to rack it about 300 times, and then you got to wipe it off. Yep, just like that. And that's how you properly lube a gun as a grandmaster. Lube her up. All right, for this next drill, we're gonna run an L-Pres. We got 3 targets in front of us, 222, reload 222. We're gonna transition over to these two on the move, boom, 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 boom. Square up on these LaRue knockdowns. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how far do you think that far target is?
The far one you're going for, that's, I think that's 125.
125, then we're gonna try to do a 125. There's oil on this guy.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Nice.
Yeah, 903.
903. All that oil on this optic Look at that headshot. Oh, we got to do hip fire. How could we at this range not do hip fire? Holy shit. Did we just forget? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling my inner Taran right now. Something's coming over me. Legally. You guys know what the signature is. We did hip fire a little bit. We're gonna try a little Sicario on these plates. Oh yeah. Not too bad. This is like so instinctive, it's crazy. One thing I talked about these targets, they just like self-reset. I need to get a couple of these bad boys for my range. All right. One thing that's cool about Taran Tactical is that like everything is done here. They let us walk around the warehouse a little bit. You guys got educated some of the stippling patterns that they offer, what they do to the Glock triggers. We got to check out some of their guns in the safe for what they offer. So that what's cool is that you can actually send your Glock in and get the Combat Master package done. That way you don't have to buy the entire gun. And I've heard it's a little bit faster, but just like these other custom companies, you can expect a lead time because everything is done by hand. I want to play with the 2011s because that's not something that we normally have on the channel. It's not something I normally shoot, so I figured there's no better way to do that or to honor Taran than just shoot the 2011s, which is what he used in matches. And a lot of the characteristics of these guns got brought into these custom guns that you can get, just like the beaver tail I mentioned before. It's super flush fit to the grip, but it is still an active, engaging beaver tail. So there's no like speed hump, weird notch on the back or anything like that. It's functional, so for 3-gun and everything like that, it's good to go. IDPA, it's good to go. But it sits super flush to the grip, and that just creates a much more natural grip, or it helps you form your grip a lot more naturally on the gun than having other weird things impede, like some of those like speed humps and things like that. This door right here, signatures from a bunch of celebrities. Some that you know, I don't know how to read cursive, so can't help you there, but we're gonna add it in. We're gonna go right here. Belt. It's official. They've been belted. Taran, you guys know who Taran is. He is a world champion shooter. Your list of pedigree of championships can't even fit on the screen. He has taken all of his knowledge from the competition world and put that into guns that now you can get from his experience, and I think they do help you shoot.
They do. When I started competition, it was with a Glock. So it was a Glock 21, a big fat chonko, bloated gun.
45 ACP.
Yeah, 13-round mag. Then I progressed to a Glock 24, big 6-inch 40 cal. This is way back in like 94.
That's standard division, right?
I'll show you limited division.
Limited.
Yeah. So 40 cal major, all that stuff. And the Glock was awesome. And then I got to 2011s later, shot Infinity, stuff like that. But as far as the progression of the guns for the films, kind of progressed my shooting career, mirrored that a little bit. So when I got involved in John Wick 2, they wanted to go next level on the gun over the HK and all that stuff. So I went with the Glock 34, pretty much like this one here. Great gun, great trigger, grip job. I designed the Combat Master slides for John Wick 2. Okay. And up to then, I had just had regular Glock slides with a logo on the side. And that was the beginning of the Combat Masters. And with the Combat Masters forums, when I shot competition, Southwest Pistol League is where all that started. Okay. Back in 1963, there's a cup over here where all these guys started shooting. You got to maintain this cup. And only a handful of guys, 19 in history, have been a Combat Master.
And are you one of the 19?
I'm the last one, the 19th. And the first one is Colonel Jeff Cooper. He's a legend. He started Gunite Academy.
Yep. That was actually the very first place I ever shot a pistol was Gunite Academy.
Really?
When I was 18 years old. With a Colt Commander 1911.
Yeah, it's still around. They're still training. It's a beautiful place. So we did that Glock for John Wick, and then the director is very much into like what's the best stuff, what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of movies before just wanted basic stuff. I teach reloads during the show in the movie, they cut it out. He's everything. He wants quad loading. He wants the most coolest shit. So we went to another pistol, and because I'm a big fan of the limited division, I kind of was biased to make a limited gun for the character. Which in the Continental, they go like, for the next level, what do you have? Yeah, John, new things have happened with the armory improvements. And we went 9mm major, which was kind of crazy because no one even knows what that is, right?
No,
and,
especially most of the viewership of that movie is like, just jargon, but we know what it is.
But people like that stuff.
They do.
The director, I actually argued with the director. I was on the wrong side of the argument. I'm like, we're doing quad loading. Like, no one's gonna know what that is. Like, I don't care. They're gonna rewind it over and over like B.B. Kate's coming out of the pool in Fast Times. They're gonna want to know what the hell's going on. And he was right. I was like, what is he doing? And then with the match saver and John Wick 2.
Yeah, super
His
cool.
gun jammed. How do you clear it? He didn't jam it, stupid. It's a match saver. I know everything. Is that kind of stuff. So we went with this gun. It's a 5.4 inch. So there's a 5 inch here. So it's longer, you know, almost a half an inch longer.
Yeah.
And
We got an island barrel on this one too?
this one was what he trained with for the movie, but last minute we switched to a bull barrel.
Okay.
For I don't know the reason, something happened and we ended up going with a bull barrel. This is what Keanu trained with, is island barrel. The movie, it's the bull barrel.
Yeah.
And this gun is like the ultimate gun, limited. It's got national titles under its belt. It's a great gun. And then they do John Wick 4. Now I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, don't want to go full on open gun with a giant mag and comps and all that. But,
Doesn't
you know,
fit with the suit,
yeah.
you know?
So I thought 5.4 is a little big, but that was a shootout where he's already there waiting. He's going to shred everybody. And he needed that power because he's got your body armor and all that crap.
Of course.
So he's blowing through their helmets and all that junk. And even like the cool part is Nils, who lives in Arizona back at the time,
We love Nils. They know Nils.
worked for an ammo company back then. So he hand loaded me the dummy rounds so he could hold that shell up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't some stupid 9mm, you know, ball round. It was stupid hollow point, it was long AF.
Yeah.
So we did all that. So Nils is one of the greatest shooters ever walked here.
Period. We're gonna link into the here. Check out his 1,000-round stage video with the Canic.
Yeah.
The Taran Canic or the Canic Combat Master.
Yeah. Combat, your combat, not master.
Combat. The Canic Combat. Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot of words
Yeah.
going around here, but he shoots 1,008 rounds in like 10 minutes.
It's a gun under $1,000, so it's our gun that everybody can get like right away.
Crazy.
So then we had to go next level. So this gun was developed kind of accidentally. We were doing a gun for the movie Bullet Train.
Yep.
And I'm up there at Thunder Ranch. I'm there with Jack Carr and James Reeves, and I'm like, they're like, build a gun, build a gun. I'm like, I can't build a 2011 in like 5 days, you know. But I designed a gun, but it was actually the Viper. It's a shorter gun. So then when it was done, I was like, you know what? It's too small. Wick's gonna need a more. This is gonna be an end game gun. It's probably the last movie. Might die. Who knows? So we ended up putting a comp on it. That's how the Pit Viper became what it is. I thought of the idea of blades in it. So literally, if you take the slide off this gun, you can impale things with it. You can do
Cute
damage.
movie shot now. Boom.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, when he runs out of ammo on the stairs of the sector for church. So also, it's kind of like the Island Barrel. The front side is static. Wick is not a dot guy yet. Maybe if they do a part 5, we'll finally go to dots. I got to lose something to do in the future, except for a space gun from like, you know, Buck Rogers or whatever. Or
I like
Han
dots.
Solo.
I actually have never shot dots in or I've never shot iron sights in a competition before, ever.
Yeah.
I've only shot red dots my entire career.
It's kind of the new way. It's like everybody has like an iPhone, smartphone. This is like, these are more like having your, you know, whatever. Or
Your old Nokia.
Or it's like,
brick.
these are like your Teslas, you know, Teslas now do all the work for you.
Yeah, instant acceleration.
But I train everyone to start with iron sights. They have that in their repertoire. Because if a guy jumps in a Tesla, never drove a car before, be like, try it, bitch. The fuck? What kind of car is this? You know, so.
And accelerate like crazy and hit a guardrail.
Yeah. So then, so we did the Pit Viper. It's a 5-inch, so it's back to a 5-inch gun, which will fit on all the holsters out there and all that stuff. Shorter and white's a Pit Viper. Obviously, it's got the fangs in the front, so it'll bite you. It's got the fangs, and it's got the pit.
Yep.
So what the comp does, it cuts the recoil to at least half of what this gun does.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were shooting on some of these targets right before you got here, and I was blown away with just how little input is needed to keep these guns on target.
Yeah.
And we were just stacking like fist-sized groups, shooting this gun as fast as I could pull the trigger.
Really?
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, awesome.
And then the Sand Viper. This is my favorite out of all the snake guns and 2011s that you've made.
Yeah.
I've got one of these at home. You guys have seen it. And these things, all these guns just run like a top. They're so smooth and tuned in that it really, the gun shoots itself for you. As long as you're behind the gun and you have a straight trigger press all the way back, you're gonna hit your target.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal. I hit that 125 yard target first shot. It's pretty cool. This is also the same gun. I got sub 2-second plate rack. So I'm gonna challenge you when you're here to get a sub 195 plate rack.
All right.
Which I think is also in your repertoire.
So. And this gun, this gun is like the ultimate gun for limited optics. If it has the solid barrel, we have a solid palm version of it. Or just a crazy, it's like the ultimate 5-inch gun. What's great about these guns, why does it cost so much? There's a lot of details in these guns. Just the work involved to cut this angle here is not like your just typical blocked out 2011. All that work, other guys just don't do it. It just drives the price up. It's a lot of work. Extreme engineering internals, Avtech type extractor. The trigger pulls are always around 2 pounds, real crisp and clean. The barrels are match grade. The guns are super accurate, super reliable. It's just a great gun, and anything comparable to that costs more than that. And you don't got to wait a year with some of these companies. You got to wait 2 years to get a gun. And these are our new magazines we did with the collaboration with Checkmate. Instead of 17 rounds, your typical 2011 mag at this length, 126, this is 20 to 21 rounds.
Cool.
This is the bigger base pad, so this is 21 rounds. And the funny part, when we did the movie, I helped with the scene. The director doesn't want to make any mistakes with gun tech. It's not his thing. Well, he knows everything, but So I help with the scene where he picks up the gun and he opens it up and the pit viper, and they add some fun stuff like, I'd shoot a guy, I got a guy, all that stuff. And back then, when we had 17 rounds, I go, someday I'll make 21 rounds. Didn't think I could, but we did. And it's not 21 that doesn't lock. It's not one of those thin little followers. This was a back and forth.
It's fully locked.
Lunacy of 2 years. We're going to launch him at the NRA show last year, and we still weren't perfect yet, so we pushed it a little bit. So this is 21 rounds, slide locks. There's a 140 coming out that'll hold 23 rounds in slide locks. Cool. So instead of having a thin follower in our powerful spring, which I'm kind of going against my own product line, to push these, you get the slide lock capability. So, and there'll be a big stick that'll hold 29 and slide locks. So they're DLC coded, round count on the back. They're freaking awesome. These will be available like any minute now for real.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for those, and those will work in any 2011. So if you have your Prodigy at home, you have your Staccato at home, or anything else, these mags will work. So you don't need to exclusively run these for any of the snake guns or the Combat Masters. And I mean, you guys are the bread and butter for base pads. Your base pads kind of set the standard for everybody. It is, I think I probably have like maybe like 1% of my base pad is non-Taran tactical base pads. And
Thank you.
They increase the capacity on my Smith & Wessons that I shoot. I have a thin follower, powerful spring. Current gamer setup, but it's 24+1 in my hand.
That's awesome.
Which is crazy for carry out.
I do that with my Glock too.
Yep. And so some of the guys here that shoot the Glocks, same deal. So it's like, it's awesome to have this added capacity in such a small package. And so like when I'm carrying appendix and I got 2 base pads on, I'm literally carrying 50 rounds of ammunition between 2 mags.
That's awesome. The other thing about these I left out is that the spring, why it's taking longer, is 3 times the slide locking power of your typical mag. So you get the extra rounds and you get way more chances of the spring not taking a crap on you and locking open on the last shot.
Because if your springs are what's the word I'm looking for here?
Run ragged?
They run ragged. They need to be replaced time and time again. Like if you're an avid shooter and you're reloading mags, especially like me or Taran, springs will have to be replaced over time, and having a quality spring makes all the difference. Because when I was testing out different mag springs for some of the guns that I shoot, I'm like, oh man, this follower kit's $10. I was like, this is great. 4 months later, my rounds are getting caught up in the mag. And then running, I have some of the first Checkmate mags that you guys did. I think it was some of the prototype stuff. But even still, they're running strong, and there's thousands of rounds in those mags, which is super important when you're looking for quality items. And realistically, a mag's a mag, but the internals really make the difference on it. The quality of the body and the coating, everything like that. So they knock it out of the park. So check out the Checkmate mags, and Taran is going to sprinkle in some shooting here and show us how it's really done.
We're good to have you out.
Thanks, Taran. Appreciate it.
Are you ready? Stand by. 176. 44 out.
Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. This video was a little bit rushed today, given the timeline of what's breaking down, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was an iconic range to shoot at. I used to watch Taran shoot on this range along with many celebrities. Before I even got into shooting, I was like, this would be crazy to be on a range like this, and now I'm on the actual range. So it's an honor to be here. So thank you to Taran. Thank you to Taran Tactical for having us. Really looking forward to getting a couple of my Glocks done up by them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the shooting, and I hope you guys enjoyed the words from Taran and everything involved. But thank you so much, guys. Drop a comment, do all your stuff, engage with the channel. Our trip to California is now over, and we're going back home to Tucson to the desert so we can get out of this common state.
Like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass him be. The state where you never find a